Greetings, Summoners. Kizzloid here on my first part in a new series of videos called Reaching the Challenger tier in 5 easy steps. In this series of videos, I'm going to try and do something that's never really been done before as far as I know, which is give you, the average low player off the streets, a thorough breakdown of all the skills, insider tips and knowledge you need in order to transform yourself into a challenger tier caliber player like me. So before we kick off, little biography about myself. Your professor, your teacher if you will, Professor Kizzloid. Just gonna go and open me lol here. This isn't my account, it's actually my brother's account. He's kindly lent me to make these videos. So, the challenger tier. This is where we start. So we look down here, you'll start to see some names that, you know, I never heard of any of these. Nico, bro, he's in the LCS. He's a very good player, not to be scoffed at in the challenger tier. GG BenQ Diamond, they're Russians, they're very good players. They're in the LCS, considered amongst the best in the world. Who else is in here? Anyway, the point I'm getting at, in the challenger tier, you got 50 of the best players, the best low players in the world. They're all competing to get right to the top of this. I don't know who this lad is who's got it here, Moose. Fair play to you, boy. But they're all competing to get to the top of this year. So, you see them. You got Gambit Gaming in here. You got Wolves in here. You got Moose. They must be a good team if he's in here. And you got to think to yourself, Kizzloid, you've got to be some quality player to be rubbing your metaphorical shoulders with crates like this. And I say to them, say to those people out there asking that question, yep, you know what, I do. I'm capable. I can handle them all. I can beat your Kerps in lane. I can beat your Bolvics. I can outfarm your Dexter ones. I can definitely at least compete with these quality players. But you're thinking to yourself, I don't see your name here. Well, there's a couple reasons why I'm not in this league here. The first one being that I'm sure you already know that challenger tier, it works slightly differently to a lot of the other, well, to all of the other leagues in divisions and tiers in League of Legends. In that, as you see here, there's only a maximum of 50 players. Only 50 players can get in this challenger league. So that means if I'm in the platinum league, top of the platinum league, you're thinking, oh great, top of the platinum league, 100 points, I'll get promoted. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that, like everything else you think works like. It don't work like that. What it is everybody who's in that platinum tier on 100 points, they gets put into a big long queue. Gotta be hundreds of people in this queue, and they only get put in when somebody else drops out of this challenger tier, you see. So this here, no guard, he's in trouble, you see. He's in trouble of getting relegated because he's on 0 points. If he carries on losing in this challenger tier, he's going to be down and somebody else is going to be out, poof. And then if Yizif lose all his points, he'll be out, someone else will be in, poof. Like that, you know, carries on like that. So it's hard for people like, you know, people like me to get in there with how long a queue there is. And the second reason why I'm not in this challenger tier is, well, technically, I'm only currently in Silver 4 at the moment. My account, Silver 4. Now I know what you're thinking, you're going to turn this off a Silver 4, what can he teach us? No, there's a good reason why I'm in Silver 4, and I'll tell you for why. You know, you're thinking, this guy don't know his, he don't know his stuff. I do know me stuff. This ain't some bloke off the street who don't know the difference between his Curse of the Sad Bullet Times and his, bloody, what's it called? Assault and Cataclysms, I know me onions. I'm in Silver 4 because, there's a strange thing, strange phenomenon. It's called ELOL, right? You've probably heard of ELOL. It's basically, no matter how much I win, or, well, not win, how much I tries to carry the game, it's impossible, Impossible to bloody win. There'll be a couple of pair of feeders in my team. Normally the bot lane, normally the pre-made bots. I'll put it out there. It's normally the pissing bot lanes in it, but or if it's not the feeders, it's the trollers on my team. It's one lad the other day, he didn't ban Shen. I says, what are you doing? You didn't ban Shen. These people just want you to lose games. The other day, he was first pick and Amumi was up and he picked up bloody Akarim. I says, what are you doing picking bloody Akarim? These people, they don't want to win, But anyway, rest assured, I'm not your average Silver 4 player, right? I made an algorithm the other day, right? And what it basically does it compensates me final ELO rating last season, which was 1131, right? And then it compensates it using this algorithm I writ to give a more accurate representation of your ELO by taking into account the ELO and the time you lost by being in ELOL, right? So it turns out that after this algorithm, my final ELO for last season is somewhere in between. Obviously it can't be 100% accurate, but it's accurate enough. It was ranging somewhere in between. It was 4,600 to 4,930. That's my adjusted ELO for how good I am when I'm not caught in ELOL. You know what I mean? So rest assured, that's over 1,000 ELO more than the best player in the world, right? That's over 1,000 ELO more, and you're having a go at me, bucker me. Anyway, that's how good I am, and I'm gonna learn you how you can be a challenger tier caliber player like me. Alright, so I'll come back in part 2 when we'll start getting into things. Peace.